Hello and welcome to another race between reyalsdiorteM and Lucidityy. Joining me in the commentating today is the wonderful Troy of Athens.
Hello.
And as we can see right now, both runners are just getting their systems ready and setting their date and time to the year that they have agreed upon for anti-cheating purposes.
Yes, of course. So we're just getting set up. You can see Lucidityy having the camera today, and we've had on the left side a progression of emotions from sad to very happy.
Rhea does look quite similar to Tylo from a few races back. But
no, this is clearly different.
Oh, sorry, I completely wasn't looking properly. I can see a clear difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like Nurse Joy in Pokemon.
Yeah. So if you look here on our leaderboards, we have pretty much everything set up except for this match being the last one of the day. Even though Dansta versus Equan did not happen, it is being counted as a forfeit for Equan because he was not able to make the race. So Dansta is getting the full 90 points there for that match. And then this will be the last match of the day for the league. And they're already starting it up. You know, just setting up DSTA and then we'll be in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to how this run goes. Obviously, I don't want to dwell on it that much, but both runners did end up losing their matches last week. And I was just taking a look at the races, obviously, and could see that the timing wasn't that far apart between Lucid and Rhea in the last match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really difficult to tell who would have a clear victory because they're so close together in terms of times last week.
Right. I'm actually gonna. I've never tried this new stat sheet. I know that Dan. I forget who was keeping track of it. Who was starting to gain responsibility for this. But anyway, got a lot of good stats on here, so I'm gonna use it a little bit. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, obviously it's Cap. It's an easy kingdom. There's really very little room for any major time losses.
Yeah, so Lucidityy with a 102.23 last week, and then where's Rhea on here?
I think
Rhea
got
a 101.30. Yeah, 101.30. So he was able to get higher, but it's the no reset scenario, so it can certainly change things up.
Yeah, and who knows? And
Lucidityy gonna be the first one out of here though. Gonna be able to get topper for Rhea.
Yeah, and Lucid.
Okay, that was a very passionate one there from Lucid.
That really was a YT Lucid ab, which I'm just gonna put in chat.
Yes it was.
Flexing the YT Lucid ab there. And even though we can't see his webcam, we're sure Rhea is also dabbing.
It's just assumed.
Yeah. I mean, knowing this community, he probably is.
We're a community of gamers.
I know. And we're just very passionate about all the right things.
Yes, of course. Alright, so Lucidityy is going to stay ahead here as after getting the first moon. Gonna be going into the T-Rex skip jumps and whatnot. Okay, looking good. Oh, Rhea taking a little bit of time there.
Oh, that's going to give Lucid a bit more of a lead, but again, it's not too much. So
Not that big of a deal. Looks like Rhea's going for the coin strats for this fight. Very, very tight maneuvers to be getting the getting coins up between phases, but only going for one of the hearts, not going for both of them that are in this arena. So kind of like a hybrid.
yeah, and again, neither lost time from their slightly different approaches.
Yeah, so Lucidityy gonna be the first one out of the Madame Brutal fight.
Yeah, and will Lucid dab? Probably.
One per run is typically enough.
Yeah.
You don't want to overdo it.
But with MeWe's webcam antics, you never know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to do it at certain times. Like you got to wait for the good tricks. Like I feel like he was happy about that Cat Kingdom, and that's why he did it. But
yeah, I do see your point there.
After that Cascade, he just gave kind of like a sigh there. He was like, yeah, that was whatever. So, I don't think we're gonna see it out of that kingdom.
No. So yeah, here's hoping for a good kingdom from both. Future kingdoms, obviously.
Okay, 533 for Lucidityy out of Cascade. And a 539 for Rhea.
Yeah, and then both making their way into Sand, which, as you'll see shortly, why both runners had to adjust their times for a lovely little strategy called GSA.
Yep. Daylight savings time of use.
Okay. Lucid chucking in the seed, and now heading for this other moon while he waits for it to grow.
Yeah, so it doesn't. I mean, it technically will grow by changing out here, but yeah, it depends on when you plant it. You want to be able to plant it before the daylight saving times happen, and then it happens based on my 15 seconds at about 6:45 into the game. 6 minutes 45 seconds into the run, and then you switch loading zone. Go through a loading zone, come back out, and it's grown.
Yeah, so obviously it's a really quick time saver compared to other strategies, which, thank you whoever invented the concept of time for daylight savings. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey runners, the only people who are advocates for daylight saving time in America still.
I mean, before I got into Mario Odyssey speedrunning, I just thought, what's the point of daylight savings?
This is the point of daylight savings. This is the only reason to care about daylight savings time.
Exactly. I mean, I used to have a bit of a hatred for daylight savings because of what happened to my clock.
Yeah. Okay, Lucidityy.
Yeah.
Looking all right with that dram setup. Yeah. Okay, gonna be able to get that, and potentially going for single bill.
Yeah.
Rhea also able to get the dram, but not going for the single bill.
Oh, I'm
Gonna crash his billet bill right into the crate.
Yeah, Lucid has gone for single bill and is now making his way to that pillar, and he's got there quite nicely.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like having this zoomed out camera for Lucidity. Like with some of the other face cams that we've had so far, they've been pretty close by, but here with Lucidity, we can actually fully see what he's doing with his controller. And with, you know, the motion controls being a huge part of this speedrun, we actually get to see a lot with this controller cam that we have going on for Lucid.
Yeah, and it really helps just to get your mind around like how these runners handle the game. And even still, Lucid is still zoomed out, you can still see his face, and that will give you a sense of how he's reacting to whatever happens in the run.
Yep, Lucid gonna stay in the lead here, not by much though, as Rhea is right behind him in the Oasis.
And
Gotta get the single spin, nice.
Yes. And ooh, I
Oh.
don't think Ray has got it. No,
Nope.
he hasn't. And Lucid now making his way out of cap. Not cap. I meant sand. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Lucid.
10-24.
10-24. And Rhea is going to get a 10-31, I want to say there.
Like borderline 31-32.
Yeah.
So made up a little bit of time, not much, during the Sand Kingdom here. Certainly going to be having to find different opportunities here in the rest of the run.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea could still easily catch up because what's coming up shortly is Lake Clip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of runners don't like Lake Clip for obvious reasons.
Right, I mean, it's gotten a bit more consistent than it used to be, of course.
Yeah,
but it's
but
still,
obviously it can still be a run killer at times.
yeah, it definitely still has its moments of just being really annoying.
Yeah, and Lucid has managed to get Lake Clip quite
That was
alright.
that was a really fast delay clip. Rhea able to get in there a little bit slower than Lucidity, and that is really saying something because that wasn't that much. That really wasn't that slow, but Lucidity was just able to pull off such a quick lake clip that I don't even think there's like anything that can compare.
I know, it's just, to be honest, that's what I would define as an insane Lake Clip. I mean, every runner, Lucid included, has lost countless runs to Lake Clip, so I'm sure he's really happy that he got a Lake Clip that good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Lucidity gonna be able to finish out the Lake Kingdom. I don't know if Rhea's gonna be able to make up the time. He may have, you know, played his Lake Kingdom pretty well, but Lucidity hasn't really given Rhea much of a chance yet.
I know, I mean, Lake Clip could have been a chance for Rhea to take the lead, but it seems like Lucid wasn't going to allow that to happen.
Yeah, Lucidityy taking a quick, deep breath there during the globe cutscene, getting about a 13-14, I believe that said,
Yeah, I think you're right in that.
and 13-22. Yeah, sounds about right, given that the gap, like I said, the gap should have stayed about the same, and so that, given the math there, that sounds about right. 13-11 apparently, according to chat. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, okay, that is faster than I thought.
Yeah. That's a really good time too to get out of Lake Kingdom.
I mean, I know a lot of people in chat, myself included, are kind of hoping for a sub-hour from this race. And I think that would be a great way for that to happen, because I don't think either runner's got sub-hour yet. And it would just be a great thing to get, especially in a race. Ooh, Lucid bonked on the crazy cat sign.
Okay, but he's gonna go for tree route, so that definitely will help him out here.
Yeah, Rhea is also going for the tree route.
Okay, I'm moving into Nut Clip now. Wooded Kingdom definitely got a lot of tricks that can trip you up and potentially switch leads. Hopefully we don't see anyone failing Nut Clip. Lucidityy gonna get it. Everyone seems pretty consistent here in the league. At least with getting out of bounds. Yep, there we go. We're good.
Yeah, that's nice, Nut Clips. I was gonna phrase that differently, but it's probably best that I didn't.
Lucidityy, though, having a bit of trouble getting with that moon that he just got there, staying out of bounds and whatnot. So Red definitely made up some time during that moon.
Yeah, I noticed that. You can definitely see him back. Hey,
what?
Oh,
and Rhea getting the spin pound faster on that nut, and it's actually gonna get Rhea in the lead.
Oh!
Wow!
Wow,
We got a lead change just off a nut clip right there.
I mean, the littlest things, I mean, you always think it's gonna be a big thing that's gonna change the lead, but...
Nope. It is really close, though. Like, that has basically evened it up. It is a slight lead for Rhea, but basically negligible.
Yeah, I mean... Really, it's just brilliant that the run's gotten this close now.
Yeah, this is really close. This is complete sync right now. Yes, and Rhea still keeps gaining on this lead, actually, the movement. Oh, but as I say that, Rhea gonna go for a slightly slower Flower Road skip, allowing Lucidityy to actually take the lead again. The Flower Road skip switching the lead.
I mean, this one's absolutely brilliant. I mean,
okay. Yeah, that is some crazy stuff. 2 lead changes just in Wooded Kingdom. We have just started this. Like, we're only 4 kingdoms in?
Yeah.
Can I count? Yeah. And we're already getting this many lead changes. This is turning out to be a crazy race to have. Some quite a show for you guys here to close out the day.
Yeah, I mean, it is just really... I'm just lost for words about how...
That is okay. It's completely understandable. And we're moving on over to the sewers, which could definitely be a difficult area. Things can go wrong here, so...
Yeah, but I've definitely seen runners get more and more consistent at it.
No, it's very true, but I've still seen mess-ups on this ation to this day. It still
of course,
very much happen.
Yeah. I too have seen my fair share of mess-ups. We're just... Yeah,
oh, and as I say that, Lucidityy!
Oh, and that's given Rhea the lead again. Wow.
Lucidity just going to the camera like, I pressed the button!
Input drops are the worst.
Yeah, Lucidity claiming that he got an input drop there in the sewers.
Yeah, I know Lucid's blamed a lot of problems for input drops. I don't have any reason to believe he's lying, but
No, not at all, but
No. Yeah,
I'm not
just-
there, that's all I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, and obviously we can't hear what they're saying. We just have to base it on their body language.
Yeah. Runners
Or
are getting the runners in these leagues are getting very good at miming to the camera what they're thinking.
Yeah, and in Rhea's case, you can clearly see the deep layers of emotion on his face.
Yes.
Okay, and obviously you can kind of see now that Rhea does have a bit of a clearer lead,
Yes.
I guess you could say.
This is definitely more definite than it has been. I mean, within Wooded Kingdom at least. Going into Wooded Kingdom, Lucidity was ahead. So, showing that how much impact Wooded Kingdom can definitely have. But we're not done yet with the longer kingdoms. There's certainly going to be some areas that could turn this around yet again. And Lost Kingdom, even though it's not a longer kingdom, is also a possibility. And that's right up next.
Yeah, I mean, everything can go wrong in Lost, so it's just... I'm sure everyone is watching this with, like, eagle eyes.
Yes.
Okay, and Rhea making his way through Tree and up to the platform there.
Both using Cappy return jumps. The city also able to get the meme tree pretty easily. Let's see the trouble spots here, the butterfly moon.
Yeah, and Rhea long jumping for this next moon. Nice.
Wow, it's spin jumping off of the platform. No, spin pounding.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad there.
Okay, Klepto is activated, but that does not mean we are home free. We still got the cage triple jump to deal with here.
Yeah, and even here we can still see the odd mess up, but that's not looking likely. So let's see how cage triple goes for both of them.
Looking good for Rhea.
And Lucid now making his attempt.
Lucidity also able to pull it off. Rhea with the up throw. Lucidity just a regular throw out to survive the bridge, getting the deathless on both sides. Very good Lost Kingdom from both players.
Yeah, and that's a
22-12.
yeah, and Lucid. Look,
22-19.
Yeah.
High 19, but still.
yeah, I saw that as a 22-20. But
Oh, ran nearly falling. Good save with that dive.
yeah, I mean that could have given Lucid the lead, but that, like you said, it's a nice save from Rhea.
Okay, dealing with Night Metro here. Yeah, Lucidity gonna mess up a little bit on the movement. Gonna be able to recover though. Not losing too much time.
Yeah, and is... Yeah, Raya making his way into the tower. Well, it's... Yeah, you could say it's a tower.
Okay. Raya gonna be the first one into the Wiggler fight, of course, still staying in the lead.
Yeah. And obviously, for both runners, we're hoping for a good cycle.
Yeah, we always want a good, clean race here. We don't want any major hiccups to occur here. Just the minor ones that make it interesting. Smile.
Yeah, and obviously, the lead's clearer, and I was going to say that it might take something a little larger for Lucid to gain the lead, but would it prove that wrong?
Yeah. Okay, let's see what pattern Raya is going to be able to get here for the second phase. Okay, not looking too bad. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
Come on, Raya. Oh, no!
No! Ooh!
The overlapping hitboxes in this game are so punishing sometimes.
God.
Lucidityy is gonna be able to gain the lead with that third phase from Raya. You can see the raging in the movement that he's giving right now with the tank.
Oh, that's...
The
I mean,
hitboxes. Yeah, people were asking how I was like determining whether or not you have a good Wiggler cycle or not. And it's based mainly on how many times the Wiggler crosses himself over. Because anytime that two of the segments of the Wiggler are crossing over or really close to each other, the hitboxes become really wonky and completely inconsistent. So Raya showing that completely, that even when the Wiggler was stopped, it had two segment hitboxes crossing over, and so it was really difficult to hit that one segment that he missed, and resulting in him missing the phase.
Yeah, and I mean, it was pretty much that last one Raya had to get as well, so... Oh, I'm just looking at...
Lucidityy, though, having a bit of trouble with this scooter clip.
Oh,
wow, taking multiple tries.
I mean, he's still retaining his lead, but obviously...
Well, yeah, getting third phase in
better.
Mecha Wiggler is a significant time loss. So it is going to take quite a bit for Raya to be able to catch up here.
Oh, and he messed up Tram there. That's again going to cost him
capturing
more
the
time.
pole before getting the moon.
Yeah, so obviously things are looking slightly better for Lucid now. That third cycle with a Wiggler definitely helped his lead.
Lucidityy going to be starting up the bullet building route. Don't know if Raya goes for it. No, he does not. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, taxi cab kind of in the way there.
Yeah, I mean, these taxis, don't they know that the roads are for speedrunners?
Yes.
So inconsiderate.
I mean, we are consistently faster than the taxi cabs in this town.
I mean, excuse me, it's the speedrunners who got rid of the Mecha Wiggler. At least be grateful. Hey.
Okay, Lucidityy getting a fairly good bullet building, able to capture the bullet bill and warping out of here.
Yeah, but... Okay, and I know what's coming up next.
Do you?
Yeah, obviously, Lucid just got that moon. I wasn't sure how he'd do with that because I'm sure earlier today he struggled a little bit in this area in particular.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Um,
Like a run of something that you watched?
yeah, and he streamed it earlier.
Hmm. Well, certainly, it seems that Lucid was able to get some practice in before then, after that point, and was able to make up for it.
Yeah, and still, the race is in Lucid's favor, and I'm sure if. Ooh, actually. No, no, I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say.
Okay. Lucidity's still gonna keep that lead. Get in the final room in the People's Moon here. People's Room.
Yeah, okay, and now Lucid warping out of that room and making his way to the Odyssey. And that gives Lucid a 30:04 exit from Metro.
I'd say it was a 05, but alright.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a huge difference. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, I just said okay as in like I see where you were coming from there.
oh, okay. And a high 3019, maybe 3020 from Rhea. So
Yeah.
now we've got a 15-second lead from Lucidity, the largest lead that we have seen yet so far in this league. In this race, excuse me.
Yeah. And obviously Snow has its fair share of problems.
Yeah, already right out the gate, Lucidity actually having a little bit of trouble with the movement towards Captain Toad.
Yeah, and making his way down that whole section area.
Okay, moving into Snow Kingdom now with this race. We're gonna see how Lucidity fares with the snow clips.
Yeah, Oh, okay,
Another input drop from Lucid.
Yeah, as we've established, input drops are worth. Oh, he didn't get the clip.
Yeah, he was just not in far enough outbounds there.
Yeah,
he knew it right from the moon animation. Rhea not able to get it either.
Yeah, it's always better when you know you're not going to get it, because then if you attempt it and bonk, that's gonna cost you more time than you'd like. And I'd say that was a nice movement there from Lucid with the Spinies.
Lucid a little bit unhappy with how late that spin throw came out. Definitely going to be trying. Definitely feeling like he's losing momentum here with a lot of his tricks. Like he seems to be kind of in his own head right now, and hopefully he's able to get out of this.
Yeah, because obviously your own mentality can, like, you convince yourself you're not doing well, and then that could actually affect how you play the game. So you may not think about it, but runner's mentality is quite important to the run.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now Lucid heading out of the ice room.
Yep, gonna be heading towards Snowdram here for Lucidity.
Yeah, I know. Last race Lucid missed Snowdram, and we saw earlier that Mitch missed Snowdram as well.
Yeah, it definitely isn't a fully consistent trick. It definitely has become more consistent, similar to Lake Clip, but it always has its troubles here and there.
Yeah,
But
and
Lucidity looking good, able to get over to the moon.
yeah, that's nice. Obviously, every runner will be scared about whether they're going to get Snowdram or not, and yeah, Ray also gets it. That's nice. Which now means that both can make their way out of the kingdom.
Nope. Ray having a bit of trouble globing there at the end.
And Lucid having a 344, 345 exit there.
Alright.
And Rhea having a 35 exactly, I saw that as.
Mm-hmm.
And now into Seaside Kingdom. Oh, Lucid getting a bonk there. That's going to cost him a few seconds, but in the grand scheme of things, not that big of a problem for him.
Yeah, nothing too drastic just yet. Seaside doesn't really have too many places where you can lose a ton of time.
Yeah, I mean, there's fish clip that can sometimes cause you a few issues, but
It's really,
yeah.
if you miss the clip, it's really only a few seconds. The worst defender would actually be clipping back inbounds by getting the final, the second to last moon. Sorry, yeah, the second to last moon, not the final one.
So you've always got, while the actual clip itself isn't particularly hard, there's always, once you get it, you can't exactly relax just yet because you don't want to clip back in and essentially lose your run to it.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily lose the run.
Yeah.
But it is a pretty... That,
yeah,
as
but
I said, that is the...
in races particularly, it's quite crucial.
Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest time loss that exists in this kingdom. It's about it, though.
Yeah, so Lucid is now making his way to the moon before attempting fish clip.
Oh, Rhea missing Dory's moon a little bit there.
Yeah, it did take him some time, and Lucid now going for clip, and he's got it. Let's see if he stays out of bounds.
Looking good.
Yeah, that nice one. Rhea now going for the clip. Again, he clipped through fine and heading for this next moon.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, again, a nice flip. He didn't go back in bounds.
That is definitely the most important part.
So
I may overstate it at this point, but I feel that it definitely is something to be repeated, is that the most important part of a lot of these clips in this run are not about getting out of bounds, it's about staying out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, there's still always that. It's not guaranteed that once you got out of bounds that you're out of bounds, that's it, you've done it.
Yeah.
If you clip back in, then it's just going to be problematic.
Yeah, and Lucidityy now having a very comfortable lead at this point. We are moving into Luncheon Kingdom. This definitely can turn things around, but it's not gonna. It's gonna take a large mistake from Lucidityy to actually end up getting Rhea back to anywhere close back to Lucidityy at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I mean, Luncheon it's not the easiest kingdom, and who knows, it could go south.
Absolutely, this is the kingdom that you definitely watch out for.
Yeah, I was a bit confused with him, what Lucid was doing with his camera there. I've not usually seen him do that.
Just having fun. Not a lot to do between phases, so.
And for both runners, Spewer is out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people still try for that little trick. That doesn't really save any time, but it's really funny of being able to have Mario appear in that cutscene there where Spewer gets exploded.
Yeah, I mean, in speedrunning, as long as you're having fun with it, then
yeah,
you're always going to carry on playing the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rhea making his way out of the sub area. And okay, turnip time. Looking nice.
Still showing us that he is using the inputs. Lucidityy very confused as to why input drops keep happening for him.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've said this like 3 times already, but I just really want to emphasize how much.
Oh, Lucidityy! The early capture on the Potaboo. That's gonna cost a good amount of time. Not enough really for Rhea to catch up, but definitely could be a step in that direction.
Yeah, and I just caught a brief glimpse at Lucid's webcam, and it seemed that he really didn't like that happening.
Of course not.
Yeah, it really frustrated him. But you know, he's still got his lead, and he's somewhat comfortably making his way out of the Forks room.
Very true, but I feel that the runners are definitely a little bit disappointed with the performance. Still playing very well, but knowing that they can do better.
Yeah, and it just really doesn't help your performance when certain aspects of a run are just getting to you. It just
Lucidityy getting a ledge grab at the end from the cheese and just like, yeah, giving me another shrug.
Oh, he hit the lava there.
Yeah, lost another input of diving, and so he hit the lava. Not gonna be a huge impact, but certainly adding on to the pain that Lucid is feeling from all of these input drops that he's experiencing.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest concern is that Lucid having a major issue as a result of an input drop.
Yeah.
Which could cost him his lead. Okay, Lucid grabbing back Moon Bear, that's... Right. Okay, I'm grabbing that last multi-moon to make his way out of Kingdom.
Okay, yep, both of them going to be able to finish out the kingdom. Lucidityy going to keep the lead, of course, given how much of a lead that he had going into this kingdom. We are moving now into Ruined Kingdom, what ends up being pretty much an auto-scroller. 44-29 at the end there for Lucidityy.
Yeah,
and 44-36.
Yeah, so a 7-second difference there.
Lucidityy actually losing quite a bit of that lead, actually.
Yeah, I mean, 7 seconds, it's still somewhat of a, like, nice-ish lead, but considering his lead when he entered the kingdom, I'm sure Lucid knows that he could have retained that lead.
Yeah, the runner's making sure to keep this interesting despite all the mess-ups that have happened within the runs.
Yeah, and obviously they're just making their way through the dragon, which...
Lord of Lightning.
I mean, unlike what Bohemian Rhapsody says, Thunderbolt and Lightning isn't very, very frightening to these runners.
No, it is not. So they're having way too much fun with Captain Toad.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? The dragon's really, really easy, so... And, as always, it's good to see the runners having fun with the game. I mean...
Yep. Gotta do something to keep yourself interested. And
yeah.
I feel like we do have a bit of time to actually talk about something I'm kind of excited for, is the rundown being back. It's coming up after this run. So that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, of course, unfortunately I can't because I've got to go to sleep.
Yeah, the European time zones are OP sometimes for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. And both making, well, yeah, both have defeated the dragon now.
Yes.
And Lucid grabbing the multi-moon again, probably be one of the most tedious parts of the whole kingdom. And considering what Ruin consists of, that is saying a lot. Oh no, wait, that's what up, is it not saying much? I think so.
And yes, people are pointing out that Rhea does have has very good movement during the Ruined boss fight. You can speed that up a bit to the point where it can save you some time, but it's not really significant. It is gonna be a little bit seeing. You can see it a little bit here, 47-46 for Lucidityy.
Yeah, and yeah, 47.
53, somewhere around there. So yeah, gaining about a second off of a better Ruined fight.
Yeah, and it's still a close run. You can quite see it.
Yeah. Bowser's Kingdom actually can't decide this.
Oh, Lucid bonking
Lucidityy
there. Oh, that's gonna cost him just a little bit.
Yeah. Still going to be able to remain in the lead, but we are coming up on Shard's Moon as well, which could definitely be another game changer.
Yeah, I've seen a fair share of runners have their problems with shards. Raya also looking like he has a few issues with the statue thing, which name I've forgotten.
Either the ogre or the troll. I always like think of it be like every time I think it's one, it's the other. It's like one of those things.
Yeah, because I obviously opted to just just say I didn't know what the name was, because I wouldn't be very happy if I did get the name wrong, but okay, Lucid going for that last Shard Moon.
Both able to pull that out pretty nicely.
Yeah,
so
and
we're gonna be able to remain in the lead.
Just a quick cutscene now where the doors open. And yeah, that went nice. Both grabbed the moon, and now over to the boss fight sections with the Broodals.
Yep.
Lucid going Harriet first, and so is Rhea, which is exactly what I like to see. I mean, runner's choice which Broodal they go for first. But
okay, Lucidityy going to be able to finish out Harriet. Rhea not too far behind. This is still anyone's game at this point, which is crazy to think about considering the gaps we have had in this race. It has gone. This race has had so many back and forths. It's actually kind of crazy to think about.
I mean, with Wooded was absolutely insane, and considering how Lucid entered Luncheon with a comfortable lead over Rhea, it's just
completely shrunk.
Yeah, and it's just amazing to see how a race can turn out.
Yeah, the amount of lead changes in this race, we might have broken the amount of, like, I don't know if we have stats on how many times the lead has changed, but this is definitely a contender for most lead changes in a single race.
I mean, I'm just kind of imagining if someone was having to sit there with Lucid actually getting hit by the spiny there.
Holy. Yeah, just miss input on that dive.
Yeah.
Now within a mere seconds of each other.
Yeah, and I mean, they're both getting very close to the Mecha Broodal, and that can completely change things up.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is obviously now going to be quite an interesting thing to win.
Yeah, we are ridiculously close going into the Mecha Broodal fight. Gonna be able to get this this first bubble, going for topper acquired on both sides, and now into target acquired, getting Harriet in third. And yeah, they have the same amount of coins. This is...
I mean...
Obviously, we are watching the same stream on both sides, folks.
I mean, and considering that this runs live, it's just...
Yeah. Okay, topper acquired, and oh my god.
That's pretty much...
Lucidityy is just a few frames ahead at this point. About a second, honestly.
I mean, this is absolutely insane.
Yeah. This is gonna be completely down to Moon Kingdom.
I mean, in previous runs, we've seen the eventually winning runner have a quite noticeable lead over the other runner, but here they're pretty much... It's anyone's ball.
Yeah, this is less than a second gap right now.
And with this last kingdom, it's just going to be really intense.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if the runners are aware of it or not, but you can just see it from these cutscenes how close these runs are right now. The button mashing could actually change the lead right now, and it already has! Well, I don't think it has quite yet, but the frames are even closer together now. Just from the roll to the globe.
I mean, this run is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Oh my god, the fadeaway!
I mean...
We are... Okay, and now the button mashing is potentially catching people up here. Whose button mashing is gonna be faster? Who's gonna be able to get out of here first? Lucidityy looking to be able to get on the moon first. But this is crazy how close we are staying right now. We have been dealing with some insane stuff that has happened. We had a third phase Mecha Wiggler from Rhea, and we are now seeing a tie almost to the frame here in Moon Kingdom.
I mean, it's very unlikely, but we've seen a lot of things happen in this race, and if they tie to, like, the exact frame at the end of Escape, then...
It sounds crazy, but it's not out of the question. People were talking about in the chat. It has happened before. It was not in a official league match, though. It was just in one of the original tournaments, one of the original brackets that was that GSA had in its earlier, before Season 1 started.
Yeah,
and yes, I am aware of the faster loads, and that's what allowed this to get ahead.
Yeah, so Lucid is now a wider lead again over Rhea. But you know, that could easily change. It is this race.
Yeah, this is absolutely still something to watch. You cannot sleep on this race at all at this point.
I mean, to be honest, I genuinely feel bad for anyone, like, especially people living in Europe who've had to go to sleep and miss this.
Absolutely. I mean, it will be found. You can always catch this in the VODs. The uploading times for these for the races have actually been pretty consistent, and I've been able to get them up fairly quickly after they air, usually about a day after, so you don't really miss too much.
Yeah,
I mean, good to know of exclamation point YT in the chat.
Yeah, I checked out, I took a look back at the races, from last week on the YouTube channel. Obviously 2 of them with the sound muted because I hate the sound of my own voice.
You get used to it. Or at least I got used to it.
Yeah, but one of my IRL friends found out that I do this. And I was at his house and I like linked him the video of the Chaos v Mitch race from last week. And I literally asked him to like put headphones in because I can't hear my own voice.
It's understandable. It certainly is a common thing to have going on. Lucidityy here now approaching 2D skip. Gonna be able to pull it off. Rhea coming up on it now as well. Good for it, but Lucidityy messing up a little bit on the climb for the second part. Lucidityy now only about a second ahead of Rhea. This is still crazy close. I mean, we're gonna be down to Pillar's room.
And who knows how Pillars can go.
Yeah.
I mean, it could range from like just missing a fireball to falling off the platform completely.
Okay, Lucidityy missing one of those fireballs, is still able to get fast Pillar there, but it does seem like Rhea has been able to catch up a little bit. Thanks for the sub, Samurai Man. Gonna say that quickly because this is getting really close. I don't know what is gonna happen here at all.
I mean,
at this point, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my
okay,
god.
no, this is gonna need a retime because this is completely ridiculous.
Oh, and it looked like Rhea entered the thing before. Yeah.
It's possible, but Rhea was. Yeah, it looks like Rhea got that first, but it is so hard to tell. That is going to need a retime.
Oh my god, that is insane.
Okay, we had a race that resulted in a 2-second apart lead today, but we have now less than a second to the point where we don't even know. We are not 100% confident in who won.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll agree with me here when I say I'm incredibly happy that I picked this race to commentate.
Yeah.
And Christ, I can't believe that.
It's hard to tell, especially, I do want to say, people are saying that it is possible, like, people are thinking that Rhea won because of what we saw, but with DSTA being such a thing especially, it is hard to start your game exactly 0 seconds now, because we are waiting 15 seconds before we start our game. So we actually, like, you're gonna have to retime it from the start to figure out the frame differences and everything. So it's not easy.
I knew it was gonna be close, but this close was insane.
Okay, we do have both runners in the call now. I'm just gonna say it to you guys. It appeared to be Rhea finishing first, but it was so close that it actually, for us right now, between me and Ronnie, it's basically impossible to tell. But we'll get at least thoughts on how you guys feel, honestly, from that. Basically, from that being the result right now.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, me neither.
I was watching the stream, so I knew how close it was, like, out of mech, and, like, I tried my best to keep my cool. Those pillars were rough, I'm not gonna lie. I got some of my shots hit at the last pillar, but the run was okay in general. A lot of just really dumb movement mistakes.
Yeah, getting some bad RNG for I know that you got for Rhea of getting bad RNG with the Mecha Wiggler in Metro, ending up getting third phase, unfortunately.
Yeah, never lucky.
but even with that, somehow able to catch up to Lucidityy and managing to get within a second. Like, we don't even know who won. Like, I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, I just want to say, with both of you here, really, GG on that match. You were both brilliant.
Yeah, that race was super sick.
Yeah, it was.
I also could have lost that race to swipes. My swipes were so slow. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm pretty much just at a loss of words of what to even keep asking about, because I don't know what to...
I mean, if anything, it's just got me really optimistic for what's to come in the league.
Oh, absolutely. It will be retimed. We'll keep you updated on it as soon as we know. Keep watch on the Discord and on everything, just to find out who is going to end up with the win. Maybe we have another frame tie. We don't know.
I mean, it would be pretty insane if it was a frame tie.
Okay, but with all of that in mind, we are going to be closing it out here for tonight with the races of Super Mario Odyssey League. But don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we actually do have another episode of The Rundown.
Woo.
So that will be starting momentarily. They believe there is just going to be a short break between it. So thank you everybody for watching, and if you're able to stay up, I know we got some European viewers, please, keep watching for The Rundown.